Good morning, EDU 500 students. This is just a quick video to give you some feedback on your notes for the journal article that you read, and just some general notes. Each of you got individual feedback on those papers, so that is published in D2L in your assignment function, and there's a file attached. You need to open track changes, and you could see line by line feedback. So in general, just a couple of points. Number one, in terms of formatting, I'm asking you to use the formatting that we'll be using throughout the class, to practice it now and to get good at it now, because this will be the format for your research proposal. So be sure that you're using Times New Roman 12-point font and double spaced. That is a part of the conventions of APA. Second, for your references, make sure that you are referencing your journal articles correctly. So for the name of the article, the title of the article, caps is only for the first word and of the title, and if there's a colon, if there's a second part of the title, the first word, the first letter of that word. So let me just say that again clearly. First letter of the first word in the title, and after the colon, first letter of the first word. Everything else is lowercase for the title of the article. For the title of the journal that the article is published in, that is italicized. Also, make sure that you do your volume and your issue correctly. There's italicized for your volume. For the issue, it is not italicized. And then finally, page number. Also, a lot of folks put a sort of long link for the digital copy. You just need the short link. So if you look at the article itself, or you look in the library database for the article, you should find a link in that first page that is the shorter link. You don't need the long link. Okay, in terms of the content of your notes, I should explain that your notes are what you'll need to use in order to write the literature review section of your proposal. So you don't want to you'll probably have to go back and reread that article, but you don't want to have to reread it for the first time, right? You want to have really careful and thoughtful notes so that you have it at your fingertips. You have a gist of what the article is about, what this author is saying, and how it contributes to your study. And even if you don't decide to use this particular article in your research proposal, again, you want to develop the skill to be able to read an article, sort of get the gist of it, understand the context, the methods, the findings, going back, the hypothesis, the research question, all of those things you need to have a clear understanding of. So you should be putting those sections in your own words. It's not necessarily beneficial to quote parts of the text, because that's sort of like underlining parts of the text. The process of synthesizing the information and putting it into your own words will help you have a clear command, a clear understanding, and be able to articulate what this article is about. Because in your research proposal, that section will not be sort of a section of several quotes. You'll need to say, summarize, and put several articles in conversation with one another. So what I'm asking you to do right now is to build a foundation so that you are able to engage in more difficult tasks as the semester proceeds. So take what you get from the article and put it in your own words. If you find that you're reading an article, and this should be a research article, that is not beneficial, is like too confusing, too condensed, because some authors just don't write it in a way that's clear. You have the choice to change articles. Don't stick with something, like I said in class, that you're not clear on what it is about. That's the key to begin to change. Now, obviously, I encourage you to challenge yourself, but know that you're going to need to put in the extra work to do that. So think about sort of how much time you have, and plan ahead for making your way through a more challenging article. It's not something that you can do the night before. You're going to have to read and reread, or find something that's a little bit more clear. So please be sure to use the links. Use the link for finding library resources. Lastly, if you have questions, and I'm going to really encourage everybody to make an appointment with me for office hours. My office hours are on Tuesday from 12 to 2:30 and Wednesdays from 1:30 to 4. I want everybody to take advantage of office hours to work on this right now as you begin to narrow down your topic, but even just to have an understanding of what research is and the readings, and any other questions about the course. We can meet in person by appointment, and we can also Skype. So not everything can be conveyed in email, and I want to check in and make sure that you have the support you need in the course. And this is an online course, so I'm not meeting you in person on a weekly basis to do these things. So please reach out, schedule an appointment, and we can meet outside of my office hours. If you're teaching in the daytime, we can have a conversation during an evening time as well. Okay, I hope this is helpful. Your link for your revision to your notes is in the same week for this module, this past week's module. So submit your revised notes to that module and through that link. We're not using the same assignment link as before. I will adjust your grade based on your work with the revisions that I have suggested. And I think that's all. Reach out to me for questions, and stay tuned for another video for your next assignment. Oh, now I'm remembering. Last thing, you have a week from the date that you received my feedback to resubmit. So if you received my feedback on Monday, then Monday you should be resubmitting. If you received my feedback on Tuesday, next Tuesday you should be resubmitting. So each person has different dates because of the timing of their submission. So just check your submission date and check your date when you receive the feedback, and you have a week to resubmit that. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.